Hello, and welcome to Studio 415.
On today's show, you'll hear why Carroll has been having so many problems with technology.
You'll hear from administrators and teachers about whether or not there's enough time during passing period.
And you'll get to see what the Senior Gift Committee has decided with this year's Senior Gift.
All that and more coming up next.
Welcome to Studio 415. I'm Cassie Boney.
And I'm Marcus Leach. Recently, the internet here at Carroll has been experiencing some problems. It's been going down, leaving students unable to remain online.
The internet isn't the only issue that's appeared out of nowhere. The PA system has also been having problems with cutting in and out during announcements.
Studio 415 reporter Chris Jones joins us now with more.
In my story, I met with the tech department and found out just why Carroll's experiencing so many technical errors.
All around Carroll, technology has begun experiencing some issues. As the days have gone on, these issues have become much more noticeable. The first issue that's been occurring recently is the internet's random outages. These crashes have been occurring most often during fourth period. They have been typically lasting anywhere from 1 to 10 minutes. Since the addition of one-to-one technology, teachers have become very reliant on the internet for their curriculum. Teacher Jeb Campbell relies on the internet for most of his lessons, and so when the internet goes down, it requires a quick change of lesson.
In my introductory class, we do a lot of online programming. So the students, if the internet goes out, they can't access that website. We have to rely on, other programs that are installed on the computer that don't require internet access.
The official reason most of these damages have been occurring is due to Comcast, NACS's internet service provider, having problems. So the outages are coming from Comcast and not by fault of the tech department.
With the service provider, there's not really anything we can do other than keep hounding them on the phone for a fix. When it's internal, it's a matter of getting the switches rebooted or replace equipment if it's something that's on our side.
Nothing is perfect, so there will always be problems expected. If there is an issue in technology, the tech department goes hard at work to fix it.
From the tech department standpoint, if things aren't working 100% as often as humanly possible, we're not satisfied. So if there's anything that we can do to make things be more stable and more reliable, our goal is that everything is working all of the time.
The other issue that's appeared is the PA system's random cutting on and off. This issue has been causing students to be unable to hear certain announcements like the bells or academic opportunities. The reason that the speakers have been glitching out is because the PA system was updated over the summer. It is still being updated, and because of this, there have been some unexpected problems happening. This issue is expected to be fixed within the upcoming weeks. While Carroll may experience a lot of technological problems, the tech department is here to help. If you experience any other issues, please submit a help ticket. For Studio 415, I'm Chris Jones.
Many students say that it can be hard to make it to class on time, especially with more and more students in the halls each year.
Studio 415 reporter Jacob Newland found out if these claims are true, and he joins us in the studio with more.
We spoke with teachers, students, and the administration about problems that students are facing during passing period. In my story, I'll show you how each group has a different opinion on the subject. 7 minutes. That's how long students have to get from class to class. Due to limited classroom space and other logistical problems, some students have to cross between the 1012 building and the CFC to get to class. We did a test during passing period to see how close students could be cutting it on their way to class. In our trial, we were able to make it across the building in 6 minutes and 41 seconds, making it just before the bell rang. Starting upstairs, I stopped at my locker and then walked with purpose to the CFC. I couldn't have made it on time, however, if I had been just 19 seconds later because I stopped to talk, used the restroom, or had gotten out of class a few minutes late. Many students face similar problems each day when they make the trip across the building to get to class. One such 1012 class in the CFC is etymology, taught by Melinda Hopkins. Hopkins believes that in most cases, students have plenty of time to get to class. However, she believes that some students may need more than 7 minutes.
But when I have students who are leaving my class, going all the way to the opposite side of the 1012 building and possibly upstairs to a corner, it pushes them quite a bit.
Jeremy McFerrin is another teacher with a 1012 class in the CFC. He says that the problem stems from a lack of communication and that students and teachers need to be clear on expectations.
If I don't clearly outline my expectations to my students, then it's my fault. And if you're outside of those expectations, then it's your fault. I think as teachers, that's on us to set those expectations so the students can make the best of it.
The administration also believes that students need to work with teachers and that they can eliminate potential problems by doing so. Another problem that frustrates students are the passing periods after lunch. The 5 minutes given often seems too short to make it through this hallway, which quickly fills up with students. The administration says that lunch passing periods are only 5 minutes long because students don't have to go across buildings. However, that is simply not true, as some students still have to eat lunch in one building, then attend class in the other. In my after-lunch test, it was impossible to get to class on time if I would have stopped in the bathroom. This is a result of short passing periods paired with heavy traffic in the hallway and the cafeteria, especially before and after B-lunch. With one lunch group leaving and another entering, there are over 1,000 students in the same hallway, creating a large bottleneck. In the future, this bottlenecking will only get worse as class sizes grow. This year, Carroll is experiencing more of a bottleneck than normal. Assistant Principal Kevin Fogel says that the crowding can be attributed to the large class of 2021.
But that class is an outlier, so once that class does pass through, we'll probably alleviate some of that concern, but those extra 60 to 70 students in that grade 10 provide maybe some unique challenges.
Fogel also says that the administration is looking into solutions for second semester. They are currently working on a fix for passing period problems after lunch, something that every student can appreciate. For Studio 415, I'm Jacob Newland.
The 195 members of the Carroll Charger Pride Marching Band traveled to Lucas Oil Stadium this past weekend to compete in the 48th Annual Isthmus State Marching Band Finals.
Carroll's show, In the Glass, placed 8th in the state, which is the highest in Carroll's history.
And the Carroll Co-Ed competitive cheer team also competed in their state finals this weekend.
The cheer team won a state championship in the co-ed division. The award is given by the Indiana Association of School Principals. Congratulations to the members of the marching band and the cheer team.
In other news, Carroll High School would not be successful without the support of the community that surrounds it. Luckily, students have many opportunities to return that support by giving back.
Each year, the senior class gives a gift to a special individual or an organization. This year, it is both. The funds will go to an organization that will help a son of one of our Carroll teachers. I was able to learn more about this gift and the recipient. The Senior Gift Committee is a student-led organization that comes together to find a worthy cause to give to. Students who take part are also provided with the leadership roles and a sense of appreciation for what they can accomplish. With close to 600 students strong, the senior class has a lot of potential to make an impact. Club sponsor John Deggets believes that the senior gift is a great outlet for students to make a difference.
My favorite part is just building relationships and having a chance to work towards something like much bigger than what we are, and so that's what the gift committee aspires to do, is to make an impact on the Carroll community, and so it's a really neat way to give back.
The goal is to raise about $2,000 to $3,000 by the end of the school year for a cause that is personal to Carroll. The class of 2019's gift is for the Foundation for Fighting Blindness and will be put under Daniel Snyder's name, the son of Carroll teacher Scott Snyder. The organization is trying to find a cure for different eye disorders like Daniel's, who has been diagnosed with retinitis pigmentosa. I had the chance to talk to them on their experiences and thoughts about the gift. Daniel is a middle school student who found out in 2015 that he has retinitis pigmentosa, which means that Daniel's eyes are narrowing his peripheral vision, only allowing him to see what is directly in front of him. Daniel takes this in stride, though, and he doesn't let it stop him.
He is just such a happy-go-lucky little boy. Sometimes he asks, why am I going blind, and I don't understand, but we try to explain it to him, and he just says, okay, and he doesn't know any different, so he just deals with it one step at a time and is able to overcome it little by little.
While the gift will be in Daniel's name, the money given will go to help with research trials and operation costs that benefit many. Several fundraisers put on by the Senior Gift Committee later this year will allow students to contribute to the gift, or you can participate in the annual Vision Walk in June. From Studio 415, I'm Cassie Boney. The curtain is about to open on a new theater production at Carroll.
This year, the musical is taking a different direction than previous years. Studio 415 reporter Jaden Brown tells us more about what it will be.
The musical selected this year is entitled Ghost and features a boy named Sam who was murdered by a coworker only to come back as a ghost to interrupt the relationships between his coworker and Sam's girlfriend. Ghost was originally a movie starring Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore. The production was later aired as a Broadway musical in March of 2011. Ghost was just recently made available as a high school production. It was chosen by Carroll because in the past Disney has been the main focus of the musicals. This production is taken in a more modern and different path than usual.
We just did Mary Poppins, and we were looking for something with a little more edge, a little more bite, a little more contemporary to bring, some people into the theater who maybe don't always go to the theater. And between the, the type of music it is, And it's Ghost, which we hope the name itself will carry something.
Though Steve Pearson, Jill Duran, and Eric Smead are the directors of the production, the musical as a whole would not be possible without the students. Every day after school, the actors are working hard trying to get the production done within 6 weeks.
Obviously credit to Mrs. Duran and Mr. Smead and Mr. Pearson and all of the sound, and but I mean, it would be nothing without us up there, and you know, we're putting it together, dancing and singing and acting and carrying it out.
The musical last year was entitled Mary Poppins. Ghost, however, is considered a more dramatic and intense style of performance. Actor Rayana Howlett, who plays Autumn, describes how this production differs from previous productions.
Like the last year was Mary Poppins, it was more for a younger crowd. It was more of fun, and it related to younger kids. I guess you can say this year our musical is more for our peers.
This 2.5-hour play consists of an interesting style of music. Typically, a pit orchestra is put down below to play the songs the actors will sing and dance to. This year, the pit orchestra is in the style of a rock band with several synthesizers and fast-paced songs, demonstrating more of a contemporary and pop style.
The dates of the musical are November 15th, 16th, 17th, and 18th in the large auditorium. Cost $8 for students and $10 for adults, so be sure to come out and support the cast. For Studio 415, I'm Jaden Brown.
With over 2,000 students at CHS, it's not that difficult to meet someone new every day. Due to the size of the school, there are many students with different ethnic and cultural backgrounds.
Some of the students you meet may not even be American citizens. Every year, Carroll receives around 5 foreign exchange students. Studio 415 reporter Lily DeArmond has this story.
Sandy Canaveral, the English as a second language teacher, is in her 10th year at Carroll. The ESL program is available to both foreign exchange students and permanent students at Carroll who are learning English. Typically, she helps around 15 students a year, with 1/3 of them being in the exchange program. This year, her program has grown to 17 students, with 3 from Germany, 1 from Italy, 1 from Brazil, 1 from Poland, and the first Venezuelan foreign exchange student to come to Carroll. Canaveral states that the biggest challenge for students is adjusting to an environment where their native language is not spoken as often. This makes it especially difficult to do schoolwork and learn from teachers. In addition to the language barrier, most of the time the students coming to America don't know anyone, so there is a period of a few weeks where they don't have any friends. All of the exchange students come to America for different reasons. Italian exchange student Giulia Lacaita decided to participate in the foreign exchange program after hearing about it from one of her friends. On the other hand, German exchange student Angelo Hartman had always wanted to come to America.
It's a total new experience here. The school is different, the people are different, the things that the Americans do are different.
Even though many foreign students want to come to America, there are strict requirements, including having a C average and passing a few tests to be in the program.
You have to do like interview and an English test and also psychology tests, and after you pass and you can come here.
In addition to the 7 exchange students that have been here since the start of the semester, there will be about 20 Japanese students coming to CHS for 2 weeks in April. They will be staying with a host family in groups of 2. Japanese teacher Laura Semba is still in need of host families. If you want more information or are interested in housing a pair of exchange students, please contact her. If you're interested in a foreign exchange program, talk to your foreign language teacher or go to iuhpfl.indiana.edu. For Studio 415, I'm Lily DeArmond.
That's all we have today. Thanks for watching.
We want to tell your stories, so please let in the students in the class or Mr. Johnson know what your ideas are.
If there's an event you like covered, please tell us in advance.
For all of us here at Studio 415, have a great week, Carroll.
Days and friendly smiles, walk the halls with me. Studio 415. Watch the news unfold. Another age-old moment. Students today create our future.